everyone, and welcome back to Naval Action, and happy Friday. I am back in Lamona and just about to go out and do a bit of casual fighting, and I was sitting here looking at, well, do we take the victory? Do we take the Endymion? Christian, what do I want to play this morning? Honestly, I'm not still not really sure. I think we'll probably go with the victory. I did have a very good fight the other day that I cocked up the recording of versus an elite victory, and yeah, it was a very close fight. I just got out with the skin of my teeth. We did manage to get out with an elite note and stuff like that. Just still very annoyed I messed up the recording of it. Anyway, the victory, I had a comment asking what build it was, so let me just show you before we head out. It's a Malabar teak frame and African teak planking. 31,000 hit points on the size and a thickness of 154. Armed mostly with long guns, because that's what I usually roll, except for the 24 pounds, which are blooms. And my usual setup: stern goes carronades and bow, either mediums and congeries. I usually only use those for chain shots, which you should know by now. Then we have the British Gunnery Sergeant on it, got Navy structure and Navy planking. Only one book unlocked so far, and put the Gunnery Encyclopedia in. I could have gone with the Art of Ship Handling, but I decided the reload and reduced gun crew was better. We still need, well, actually not that much, about 1350 XP. So a good fight should unlock us the next lock, and we can get the Art of Ship Handling book on it. We got a lot of missions lined up in our journal. Some first rates, some second rates, and loads of difference down here. And a single group kill. I'm not going to go do the group kill now, but we've got loads of missions lined up. So let's head out and see what we can find. See you in a second. Alright, welcome back. Haven't found a target yet, but I wanted to show you something. We're running around up Mona Passage. I'm looking for, I don't know, first rates or something. A lot of third rates up here. But just to get my myself going a bit, I decided to target an LGV running around. And just for a bit of giggles, honestly. I just want to show you what I got out from it. It was a pretty quick fight. Almost 2,000 doubloons, but what's really important, especially if you're a new player just trying to grind XP, LGVs are a good find. 16 teak, seasoned logs, and some Malabar teak. This would actually be a decent bonus for you. Maybe not as crafting materials if you're a new player, but it will provide a decent income. If you sell these in the correct ports, you'll get 20,000 plus, if not very much more, in certain ports. So don't underestimate what you can get from just hammering traders if you're trying to level up and stuff. Alright, let's keep looking. It's getting dark, and haven't really found anything besides third rates for now. And I'll keep looking and bring you back once I find something interesting. See you in a bit. Alright, finally, we are at the Samana Bay here, and I've come across a victory +1, which might prove a decent little fight here. There was a few single first rates. Oh, victory +12. I'm not that suicidal. Anyway, there was a few solo first rates along the way, but honestly, I don't feel like soloing first rates and another first rate. Simply just too too easy and not that good of a bit of content, I fear. So let's tack him up and get into the fight. Right, so here we are. Apparently load time is a bit slow today, so the battle's already begun. 2 victories. Should be decent. We are fairly close to shore here. And with the wind turning, I am going to see if I can keep these guys more or less locked into the bay here. Let's just Fire first broadside into his nose. Not a bad hit. 60 crew and pump out. See if we can change up for something heavier here. Let's come around. I want to see if I can keep these guys relatively into shore and thereby control the engagement. I'm going to do a sharp turn here. Oh, as sharp as a turn as a first rate will allow you. Change to ow. That was a hit on the nose, if ever. Alright, we're still good on gun crew. Bounced most of those. We'll probably end up fighting the guy coming up alongside us and have the other one fall back a bit. We'll see how it plays. These two might even crash. Actually looks like the other one's caught so much in the wind, slowing down as much that they'll pass each other, but I'll definitely keep them preoccupied with maneuvers for a bit. He's trying to get in behind me, isn't he? Try and slow down. I'm going to eat a broadside from that Q-Beard Cuthbert guy there. I want to try and slow down to enforce that Odin guy to come up on the inside and keep the other one at a disadvantage and still keep them in between me and the land. Let's come around here. We're going to ignore Cuthbert for a bit and then let Odin come up fairly close on the inside. And that should force Cuthbert to do a right turn, and then hopefully we'll be able to keep them blocking each other from shooting at me, and thereby reduce the fire we're going to take. Alright, he's coming up on the inside. We can add a bit of power again. Decent hit. Take the double shot off the other side. Reload, regular ball, reload up, and once the reload's done, go and pop the first repair. I'm not too worried about doing too much angling here to reduce the incoming damage. I'm more concerned with forcing them into the bay and controlling the engagement. That will mean we're going to take more damage if we focused on angling and more kiting. Let's pop the first repair. Get another round of fire going. See their position relative to each other means that only one can fire, and we are slightly faster than the ship next to us, so I'm gonna depower here. Repairs coming up. Disable my sailing crew as we do. Seems to be a slight delay on the server today. Or on my connection, I don't know. Full reload. Take just a bit of speed off here. Now, if I were to angle a bit more to preserve hit points on my side, I would have to either turn out towards the open sea, which will give them more room to maneuver, or if I'm turning into them, it will give them a bit more chance to slow down and might even get me caught up on the inside if they maneuver well. So that's why I'm sticking to this position for now. Time to go back to ball am. Almost at a double shot, but he's more or less dead. Alright, gotta slow down a bit more. The other one's starting to get clear of his friend. Almost ready to reload. See if I remember my controls correctly. Aim was slightly off, but it does look good when you do this without the UI coming up. Start angling just a little bit. He's shooting singles, so we can turn into him again. Out halfway through his structure as well. A few more broadsides and he'll be going down. See if we can angle in for a position where we're actually able to loot him once he goes down. He's slowing down, the other one's coming up in between. Reload's done. Stop, turn. Slow down. Now the other one's going to be able to fire at us in a minute here. And to slow down, to loot the one that's going down in a bit, means that he might even get the advantage on me by coming up on my outside, forcing me into the bay, and then we'll have to fight our way out. But I'll chance it. He's going to be coming out on the outside. heavy hit to the nose there. Forgot to fire the 42s. So now he's forcing me into the bay, but that's what I'm getting greedy here because I want the loot just in case he's carrying doubloons or something good. Alright, he's slowed. Slow ourselves down. Fire this guy. This guy's sinking. Speed him on his way. And we can engage our reload on the opposite side. We're not repairing anymore. We'll eat another broadside probably in a few seconds from this guy. He is going down rather fast with the pump damage and massive damage to his structure. There we go. Massive amount of leaks. Looked up left right now. You can see critical leak 6 and another leak 6 on us, and you'll start to notice we are actually taking on water down there, and our emergency repairs are coming up. Survival crew focus. But he's sunk. Gonna see what he's carrying. Gotta hit cork and refit, rum, extra rum upgrade. Wait, just all tapped out of it, and nothing too important here. Alright, let's get back in this fight. And that's sometimes the trade-off. That when you want to get greedy, you want the repairs, or you want the loot, you risk taking more damage. If you can calculate it right, you won't suffer that much. Alright. This guy's heading into the bay with us. And we're going to swing out behind him and see if we can get stone rig in. We got another 2 minutes and 52 before our repairs are back online. Another hit on the nose. And as we've probably seen, or some of you might be sitting there thinking, oh, he's taking loads of damage here and not playing that well. And you're right. I'm not. I could have easily focused more on kiting these guys and angling to deflect more shots and stuff like that. But it might have brought me into a position where I wouldn't be able to loot that first one. And granted, the loot wasn't that great, but it might have been. There's always a more or less a calculation. Like, you need to know your ship, if she can take it or not. And I know the ship fairly well. I know she can take a bit of punishment and still recover from it. Oh, set them on fire. Give them the carrows. come around, force him back in. Keep an eye on that repair counter. It's coming up in 1 minute. Lining up the shot, just waiting for him to turn. As soon as he's in a good position, I'm going to fire, and then I'm going to do a sharp turn left. There we go. Turning left to observe whatever side armor we have left. Gonna come around to the starboard side again. Just want to dodge as much ammo and put some range in between us. That means our thickness is gonna help us. And then we're gonna pop a repair. Disable the upside broadside. Still got the sailing crew disabled, so that's fine. Putting a bit of range in between means that we have the advantage of the thickness. Now we pop our emergency repair. Rudder's been damaged. So here we go. Ranging shot. Which good. He's turning. Let's fire before he turns too much. Sees loads of deflections there as he's turning into it. Yeah, 22 penetrations out of 33 shots. Not overly good. He's going to try and close the gap on us somewhat. And he's going to flatten out as soon as he gets closer, but just to kind of negate it, we're going to turn into him. Means he has to turn even more to get a proper shot on us. Might even get into a stern rake position here. He's coming on with full sails. We're going to keep heading in this direction just until we've passed in behind him. Hopefully get a decent rake in, because he's going to turn into our left, and that means he's going to be heading back into the bay and into the wind. Go. Should have turned a bit more into that. Didn't do that much damage. Now he's caught in the wind now. Let's come around starboard and pull him with us into the bay. Should keep us on his damage side and present our most armored side. Repairs complete. to the other guy over there. He's completely sunk. So if we didn't loot him from the position we were in, we would have lost whatever loot he was carrying, and we'd never found out what he was carrying. This time it wasn't really worth it, but we know we can take the damage and take the chance of getting something good. If you're in a more precarious situation or a more vulnerable ship, I wouldn't suggest doing that. Oh, I hit. Get our reload going. Gotta close with him here. I don't want him getting out of the bay. Alright, reload's almost up. Let's flatten out. There you go. Guess I wasn't the only one ready to fire. Alright, his rudder's damaged. I'm gonna start preparing for a board because we are getting close, and it might be worth it and quicker to sink him by boarding than by shooting him and sinking him. We'll see. Yeah, let's try and force a boarding here. See if he plays along with it. Oh, he wanted to turn out. Change scrape. We should have the weight and the position to push him around. We'll see. Not the best, but we'll allow it. And the 18 from the 42s. We are more or less deadlocked, but slightly turning over. Pump and a few guns. Alright. Gonna turn out for a bit. See if we can get a bit up in front of him. In a better position to push him around. And if not, I'll just sink him the good old-fashioned way. Alright. Turning out just to disengage from the pushing. As soon as we get a bit in front of him, we're going to start turning starboard again. Now. He's turning too. Just our aim. Far right. I went back in the same position as before, side by side. I'm not going to fuss about this for too long, because that means we're going to be taking damage at the same time. I don't want to do that. 86 crew off. It's fine. He is maneuvering rather well to prevent me from pushing him into the wind and getting the boarding forced. So that's why I'm speeding up here, getting a bit further ahead of him. Hard turn. Got almost no crew left. Might even end up just beaching ourselves here. Alright, change the plans. Come around, you can turn. We're turning, but I'm kind of hoping to catch him on the reef. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, fuck. Trying to slow ourselves down here. He's thoroughly beached. Alright, boarding. Hopefully. Massive lag spike. Alright, we're pulling him in. No? Alright, let's try again. Here we go. I'm getting really bad lag spikes right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Prepare, he's only 60. Prepared, morale's only 35, no wonder. Brazed on the first one. That was a misclick on my part. And attack. 126 killed in the first round, and he surrendered. There we go. A nicely beached ocean. Well, let's see. Oh, that's a decent one to find. Fireship 1/3. Another Cartagena caulking refit. Crooked hull. Fair enough. And a bit of rum. Alright, that was a good find on that fireship upgrade. They sell quite well, or are quite useful for home defense fleet attacks. What was he made of? Oak and fir. Battle complete. Let's leave and see if we get the XP we need to get the second book going. We should. There we go. 300,000 reals and 3,400. Oh, not 34, but 3,700 XP. So we'll definitely pass to the next book. So, time to head home and edit up this video. Until next time, stay safe.